1. Chock the wheels. Alright, we lift the car up. I lift it from this metal thing. You can lift it around the whole edge of the car. There's like pieces where you can lift them up. I use a jack puck or a little jack slot. It's for protection. And just lift it up. So we put in this slot right here. Alright, and it goes right there. Sure if you're able to see it, but you'll notice it's like a little slot. Doesn't look like that, but more like this. Do the same for this side, so you guys can see where I lifted it up from. Right there. And I placed the jack stands. You can see Birdie. Try to focus. Right there. I use these jack rubber I guess cushions. I don't know what you would call them, but just for protection. And yeah, make sure both sides are lifted off the ground and you're able to fit under the car. And you just lower the jack, go inside the car, you open the hood, you get your hood prong, you prop your hood. I'm gonna give the car a little shake, make sure it doesn't fall, and if it does fall, it falls well, you're not under the car. To get to the oil filter and the oil pan, you have to remove this silver thing. It's just Phillips screws and then flat heads. I'll show you guys what to remove exactly, and it should come off and it should expose the drain pan and the drain, the oil filter. Sorry, I was trying to focus. All right, so this is going to be a 17, I believe. Yeah, 17 millimeters. You want to get a breaker bar and break it loose. All right, you just let that drain out. Put your washer, then you're gonna put this back on. And make sure the other washer's not stuck on there. Mine was stuck on there. That's the old one, and that's a new one. So you can give that a little wipe. And we're gonna torque that right now in a bit after we remove this oil filter. So you just wanna be able to grip it good. There you go. Alright, once that's slowly coming out, once that's out, you can just grab a towel or some gloves and just unscrew it. Alright, once your old oil filter's out, you gotta make sure it comes out with the rubber gasket. Make sure it's not stuck up in there. Okay, your new one. This is the part number if you guys want to order the oil filter online. All right, make sure your new one comes with a rubber gasket. Let's get some oil. You can fill it up a bit. It is a bit slanted, so I wouldn't recommend filling it up all the way. All right, so once we got the filter out and we got the, make sure the gasket is out, I cleaned this a tiny bit. We do make sure it goes in smooth. So you should be able to spin it freely. And you see it spinning? That's how you know you're not cross-threading it. Just make sure it's like you don't need too much pressure to tighten it up. Right. Once your oil drain plug is on, you're gonna want to torque it. Right there's 30. I'm sure you guys can see it. Plug. You see it click? I was already tightening it up. And it's just hand tight for this oil filter. Alright, so once we tighten the drain plug and the oil filter, we're gonna fill this up with some oil. What I'm using is some AMSOIL, 100% synthetic OW20. And it's 5.7 quarts, but we're gonna pour about 5.5. And just check from there and then add if we need. And we're gonna fill it 5.5 on this one. It's gonna be up to here. Once you fill it up with 5.5, I'm gonna push the dipstick back in. Put that cap back on. We're gonna go inside and start the car, then check for any leaks. All right, we're gonna lower the car. Same place we lifted it up from. We're gonna lower it. We remove the jack stand.
I like this car though, to be honest with you, because it looks good how it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, obviously people can do it.
We're gonna check the oil, make sure it's leveled. We only added 5.5, but the manual calls for 5.7, so just gonna make sure it's good where it's at. So this is gonna be the empty mark. This is the full one. We want it somewhere in between the middle. Can't really see it, but it's more wet. It can towards the middle, so that means it's at the middle. You can see it's caught some fluid right there, and the full one, there's none. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's about halfway, a little more than halfway, so it should be good to go. And just whenever you check your oil, just make sure you're at a level surface, and I recommend checking it every other time you fill up your gas tank, just whenever you're at a gas station. Our final step for the oil change, just to reset this oil light or oil life indicator, you just want to switch it to that specific screen with this little 3 squares, and you're gonna press this. That's gonna take you through the different selections, and you want the one with the little wrench. So you enter for 10 seconds, and you're gonna want to reset the oil life, which is item A. So you're gonna hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it's gonna tell you maintenance reset. You can reset whatever you want right here, item 3, item 2, but all we want is item A. Well, unless you want to reset everything else, but we just want to reset the oil light, so you put item A only. You hit enter, and it says reset complete. Now your oil life is back at 100. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.